What is up, guys? Welcome back. Today we are looking at the Hall of Heroes, the Fire Barbarian King Hall of Heroes. And basically I just wanted to make a really quick video that showcases my team. This in my opinion is one of the hardest Hall of Heroes ever. There's a lot of random shit like branding, RNG, the Fire Monkey King, armor break plus branding, and Galleon attack buff, and the the light horse. That's that guy's really OP as well, with his attack bar fill plus attack buff and more branding. That's like really OP. So first stage has like the Fire Vikings. They have armor break, and the Water Barbarians have branding. Because like I think three of the barbarians have branding. I think it's the light one, the fire, and the water one. No, the fire one doesn't have branding. I think it's just the water one that and the light one. I can't remember. But a lot of them have branding and armor break. So you kind of want to bring like revivers here. I don't think it's possible to do 100% team without a reviver. 'Cause I usually try to do that and it just doesn't work out. So I brought McKean. Like I wasn't able to do it last Hall of Heroes and I can't this Hall of Heroes. I tried to do it without revivers, but like Verd or someone else always dies, and it's like impossible to run this without any sort of revive. So make sure you have one reviver that's like built as tanky as possible. Also, another thing I found out is that wind units, it's really hard for wind units to survive the third part. The Monkey King like hits really hard, and since he's the boss, he's gonna be really tanky. So pretty much he's gonna get 10 stacks on his passive, the Monkey King. If for you guys that don't know, the Monkey King gets stronger every time you attack him. It stacks up and it gives him more attack power. So if you're running like a wind unit and you're not running a water unit, what could happen is the Monkey King can armor break you with his second skill, and then the Anubises actually have branding, so he could like brand you, he could armor break you, and then the Anubises brand you, and then it starts hurting quite a lot. Like the next time he attacks, he just like one shots you or something like that. So you kind of have to make sure you're not like you be careful with the elements. You don't try to run like a squishy wind unit because that wind unit is probably going to die here if you can't get like enough turns or you can't debuff him or you can't like kill him in like 3 turns or something like that. So kind of have to be careful. I'm not sure if Shannon or Bernard is able to survive here. I tried to run Shannon. I no longer can run Bernard for PvE because I ruined him with all attack. I was kind of preparing him for PvP. I plan to use him in the arena. So that's why I switched him over to attack. And so I can't really use my Bernard to like test things out anymore, since I don't have him tanky. And I'm not sure if you can find a free-to-play team for this, like a farmable free-to-play team. I really can't do it with Shannon Bernard. It's just too hard for win units. I can't really think of anything else that has like everything Shannon Bernard has. You might be able to replace Basalt with Talc just for for the armor buff, and then he can keep provoking to so they don't hit other people. And it might be safer, like if you're, for example, if you're running McKean and Talc, on the second part, maybe the Wind Barbarians, they won't attack your McKean, they'll attack your Talc first, and this like kind of gives you higher chances to survive. But it's usually fine because my McKean's like super tanky. Also, this part is really scary because the Dark Barbarian Kings, they can like violent proc. They have like their third skill has like a chance to basically violent proc and reset. So you kind of have to make sure your light unit can handle that. And if he can't, then you run a reviver. Like my Bella's pretty tanky. I rune him for TOA hard. This is like he's got like insane amount of defense, and with the defense buff, he's gonna be even tankier. But like last run, a few runs back, he actually died a few times. So you kind of have to make sure you're running a reviver, or maybe not run a light unit if you're not running a reviver. I'm not sure if it's even possible to do this stage without a reviver because I can't. I tried like 10 different teams before I got this team, and they all didn't work really well. Like they were just all really bad. So yeah, this is the team I have the most success with. I have a mix of crowd control, turn advantage. So basically, I use my Vermos to sort of stun them whenever he can. And my McKeen also has that freeze on her first skill. She has a little bit of crit rate, not too high. I think only like 30-40%. I took out all her like crit rate runes and I just ruined her as tanky as possible. I didn't take out that many runes, but I took out her blade runes and put in just a broken set with like defense and HP maxed out. Um, and Basalt is here to like attack bar decrease. He can decrease their attack bars, and then Verd can increase my attack bars. This way, I kind of get some sort of turn advantage. I can get more turns than them, and then I can buff, heal, do more damage than them, um, and have my cooldowns ready and stuff. Also, Veramos is actually quite important here. If you don't run Veramos, you might want to run. You're either running something that can clear like this Hall of Heroes really fast, or maybe you're running some immunity character like Velajo or something. Because Veramos can take off the branding and the armor breaks, of course, because there's a lot of them in this Hall of Heroes. Like pretty much the first 3 stages all have armor break and branding, so you need Veramos to take them off. Also, Veramos is really nice for the CC and dots. As you can see right now, he's taking down these Barbarian Kings with his dots. So I don't know if I can test and do like a free-to-play team. It's gonna probably take some testing. Probably gonna give up. It's really impossible. You can't do this without some strong like characters. Like the 2 hard to get characters here are Basalt and Verd. You might be able to replace Verd with Bernard. You might be able to replace Basalt with Talc, possibly, and then run Veramos Leader for more HP. But I'm not sure if that will get you enough turns to do what I'm doing right now. And you kind of need the runes. I think runes is more important. You need to make sure your units are like really really well runed. Most of my units are really well runed for PvP because I mean PvE, because I run TOA hard with a lot of these units. So they're like as tanky as possible. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Hall of Heroes B3. I'm gonna show my stats, just so you can kind of see like how good your stats need to be for this Hall of Heroes. So we'll start with McKeen. McKeen is like, her base HP is pretty low, so I actually had to stack it pretty high. And defense, I stacked this defense pretty high as well, and she has like pretty nice speed, like 30% crit rate, just for the CC. A little bit of accuracy, just so she can freeze. And she's on Swift Broken set. I think these are just like leftover Swift runes from when I used them a long time ago. I used to like use this rune on Bella really early on in the game, before I switched Bella to Violent. And these 2 runes are just like random broken set runes. This one has accuracy and speed. This one has pretty high accuracy, which is why it's nice. This one has really high defense, although all the other stats suck, but everything went to defense, which is nice. So there's like 22 defense. So I made McKeen as tanky as possible. You just kind of make sure your reviver you want to make sure your reviver doesn't die. I don't know, I can't talk. I get things mixed up. My Verd is also runed really tanky. He's on Despair Revenge. He's got pretty high HP, like almost 20k. I think this is over 20k, and 1000 defense, 100% crit rate. His speed is not that high because I ruined defense on 2, but I kind of need to rune him like this if I want to run him for TOA hard. You can't, if I take out this slot, he's gonna have really low defense, and there's a really high chance of him dying. So this is why I ruined Verd pretty tanky. Who else do I use? Oh yeah, Veramos or Bella first. Bella is on Violent Guard. Speed, I think speed, HP defense. The speed, HP defense. So Bella actually has pretty high base defense. I stacked this like higher, and I stacked Bella's HP higher as well. Just actually the only HP Bella has is from this rune and substats. So this is over 20k, like 1400 HP. Accuracy is a little bit low, but it doesn't really matter. And pretty high speed. I think this is pretty nice on Violent. Veramos is on Violent Energy. I don't have Nemesis. Like I don't have really good Nemesis runes, so I ruined Veramos on Energy. I haven't switched Veramos runes in a long time. These Energy runes are just on him for like ever. and you know they don't even have like proper substats. But either way, like this works, and I just have him on violent energy, you know, speed, HP. His base defense is pretty nice, and you know I get a little bit off substats, so this goes over like 100 defense. I mean 1,000 defense, and then this is like 25,000 HP or so. And my basalt is like Rune really tanky, so my basalt has really high HP. I think this is over. This is like 26,000, and then his defense is also really high. This is like 14,000 ish, almost 14,000. I run violent focus, defense, HP. I kind of need a bit of accuracy on basalt. You don't need it too high, but you kind of need a little bit of accuracy just so you can land the provoke and the attack bar decrease. And he's just basically here just to provide the heal and the armor buff, which helps my team survive a lot more. All right, that's pretty much it. That's my units that I use for this Hall of Heroes. I'm gonna do a little bit more testing. Maybe when I feel like I have enough pieces, I'll like test out. You know, after I farm like 1 or 2 Barbarian Kings, I'll test out some different teams, maybe with Shannon and stuff. But hopefully this helped you guys out. I don't think this is possible with like a farmable team. I don't know exactly because I can't try Bernard because my Bernard is D-Rune. But hopefully you guys can farm at least B2 and get enough pieces. Try to get at least one if you can't get a lot. If you can farm B3, obviously farm as many as possible. It's always worth the energy to farm Hall of Heroes. And that's pretty much it. See you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Peace out.